Apara ma'am, first of all, a big welcome to GlitzVisionUSA, and congratulations on the new web series Kshadyantra. It has been getting a lot of it has been getting a lot of good response. It's a political drama. कि जब आपको पहली बार ये शो ऑफर हुआ था एंड जब आपने पहली बार अपने कैरेक्टर के बारे में सुना था, आपका क्या रिएक्शन था?
See, up to now, I had not done anything in Gujarati as such, in the sense, I call it post-Kyunki TV and pre-Kyunki TV. So before I'd done some work in Gujarati, when it was about theatre at all. But as far as working in front of the camera in Gujarati is concerned, I had not done anything. So, and I was waiting for something that will be like very, very classy, very nice, something that will really inspire me to do a Gujarati show. Because, when you are doing national level work, you think before doing any kind of regional. But see, now OTT platform is now totally different. So, fortunately for me, just before doing Kshadyantra, I got to do a very nice English web series for Netflix, about which I can't talk just now because I cannot talk about it as yet. But so that was my first experience in OTT and web series in English. So yes, that was, so when this was offered to me, they told me the one line and I said, okay, I'm doing it. For the simple reason that the role is very inspiring, very nice, very different, just right for me. I'm so sure about it that it was just right for me. So yes, I immediately said the moment online would be.
Right.
I think you can hear me, right?
Apara, actually, there is internet fluctuating. So, is it okay? Agar you can join the link वापस से if it's okay with you, because बहुत ज़्यादा internet fluctuate हो रहा है. Yeah, I don't know, but it goes internet.
One second.
Yeah. No worries. I'll be there on the line.
1 second. So, what should I do now?
Wait. Yeah. Your internet connection is fine from your side.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
It's absolutely fine. Okay, no, we'll continue.
I switched on the fan also. The AC is on, but the fan is off.
Okay. No worries. We'll continue and we'll edit this part. No worries. Okay. So, Apara ma'am, apart from you, there are also a lot of talented actors, whether it is, Shrenu, Rohini ji, Vandana ji. So, tell me, how was it working with this bunch of actors?
That was also one of the reasons why I said yes. Whenever I take up any show, I always ask for the core cast, the main leads who are going to be in the for any show. I do that, so because from that you do come to know how they are thinking, So when they told me Rohini Ben, and then Vandana, and then Shrenu, Vishal, Deepak Bhai is a very senior Gujarati theatre actor, and so I was very sure that, okay, they are looking at the right kind of cast, the right age group for each and every character. So yes, I was very sure. See, with Vandana, I have done 6 years of Ek Mahal Ho Sapno Ka. And Rohini Ben and me had never worked with each other, but we had known each other's work a lot and we knew each other. So yes, it was a very nice car. Shrenu and Vishal, very good as youngsters. They are also experienced in Hindi. So yes, you can see that finesse and their way of working, So the professionalism is also very much there. Yes.
Right. Okay, Apara, you have been part of the entertainment industry, like for a long time, okay? And
yes.
Yeah, okay. And बहुत सारे एक्टर्स को भले वो इंडस्ट्री का हिस्सा बहुत टाइम से रहते, बट एक मीटी रोल करने को नहीं मिलता. फॉर्चुनेटली आपको ये मौका मिला, एंड कई बार मिला. whether it was your character, from Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi, or the negative characters you portrayed. But there has always been one thing when it comes to the senior actor. They have this one complaint that after a certain point of time, अच्छे characters की कमी हो जाती है. So अगर मैं ये आपसे पूछूं, आपके करियर को लेके या आपका पर्सनल ओपिनियन, आपके लिए ये किस तरह से रहा? क्या आपको लिटरली एक पॉइंट आया कि आपके लिए कैरेक्टर्स की कमी हो गई, और यू वर फॉर्चुनेट इनफ?
I was extremely fortunate. Throughout, I've been up to day before yesterday. See, I just did a cameo in Ye Rishta Kya Kehlata Hai. From January, I started doing it. Then they kept on bringing me. And it is a Banjaran's role. They do not think that I'm seen as in older. Senior, yes, but not older. So yes, it did not matter to me. And that has not come in my way, fortunately for me. And yes, see, I only for the first time in Kyunki only we jumped age. That time only I was not old enough to play Saas. But since it happened, the age group became younger and younger and younger. So you can't deal with that. Oh, that has happened to TV. You can't deal with that. But fortunately for me, it did not come in my way. मतलब मैं माँ थी, सास थी, दादी बनी, नानी बनी. But then again, in Jamai Raja, I was playing a sexy nani. So wearing the best of chudidar kurta and playing a nani. So that was fine with me as long as I'm friends with my granddaughter, and that is fine with me. Very today's. So that's okay. So that I did not mind. But otherwise, I have not had a problem. But yes, people's perception in India is कि सास बने मतलब they'll talk to me only in Hindi, namaste ji. ऐसे मैं फटेला जीन्स पहनी हूँ और वो they'll be doing namaste ji's to me. And then they realize कि oh my God, she is like this, So I say कि तो आप तो कितने छोटे लगते हो. So I said मैं तभी भी बहुत छोटी थी. तभी मैं 21 साल छोटी थी इससे भी. So, people's perception about when they see a role which is senior or older, they feel that the actor is also like that age group.
Right. And ma'am, since
you have been very fortunate to answer your question in one sentence. Yeah, I've been very fortunate.
Yeah, which is really great. And okay, my next question to you is, since you are someone who has been part of the television industry, for so long, now talking about the current scenario of television has often been criticized. Sometimes, it has been heaps, praises. Okay, as an actor, what is your view on the current way the television is working? Whether it's the content or the way they treat their actors, what are your views?
See, few things that I came to know these days is that, they look at followers on social media and everything. That is not the right way of casting at all. An actor is an actor. And when you get few million followers and lakhs of followers on Instagram, or that is no reason for casting that person, because he or she might not be able to do anything else. Whereas an actor requires to be very intelligent, understand the script, and become somebody else every day. Right. So that intelligence might not be there. Plus the experience, कोई ऐसे एक joke बोल जाएगा on Instagram, लेकिन उसकी clarity नहीं है, उसका ये language नहीं है. So how can you make a person like that act or give a role which is, going to carry your show? So that is one very wrong thing that is happening just now. And apart from that, when we talk about second seasons or, of every hit show or anything, I have a little bit of question mark for the simple reason that when a show becomes iconic and very big, it is the right people meeting at the right time, at the right place, and that perfect click happening. So the magic is also at time. You can take away that from a show, So even in my Gujarati dramas, which I do on stage, I prefer not to revive my older plays. So many times audiences come and tell me, कि आपका वो drama फिर से ले आइए. And I don't want to do it, because that magic was of that time. It might not work now, So, and, many things happen organically. And it should be that way. And that's why that show has become iconic,
Right.
So, अभी उसी को recreate करने की जब भी try होती है, तो that is something that is plastic का बन जाता है वो,
जी.
So yes, that is another thing that I see the difference. And yes, otherwise I've been a part of the history of how TV has changed technically. How, when before it was Doordarshan, and then the lighting was different, work was different, and then we saw satellite channels coming and the reception becoming so good. And then over the years, I've seen lighting change, camera change, and it's a big thing. Come on, we are so much advanced in those things. So I have learned it over the years subconsciously because I was working all the time. So yes, it was a very learning experience. For looking back, I realized, oh my God, I've learned so much, And then now this OTT. So I have been I've done the first of its kind where, something is taking off. So yes, this also is going to be a new challenge. And when I got 2 shows, one in English and one in Gujarati, I'm going to be looking forward to doing that,
Right. Okay. Apara, as you rightly said, recreating, bringing a second season of any cult or hit show, it is not always a good idea because of, the aura that show had. Okay. But if just to ask you, Kyuki just completed 21 years. So hypothetically, if you ever come across that there would be a second season of Kyuki, how would you react to that?
I'll feel a little bit of hurt somewhere if it is happening. I personally believe, of course, this is my personal belief, that even if today it is shown star from the beginning in the old QE itself, it's going to fetch bigger TRPs than any other show. That much I can vouch for. But nobody's thinking that way. To recreate something of that sort, which has happened organically, which just happened, and people just loved us so much. I was simultaneously doing Ek Mahal Ho Sapnon Ka, which was also a daily of its own kind. It was the first bilingual of satellite channel, the first daily on Sony. So I have been a part of too many firsts, So when I say that what Kyunki did, even when the TRPs that we have seen, that up to then there was nothing like TRP and all.
Yeah.
So when we saw the TRP and all happening, today if you put the entirety together with all the news channels and everything, they will still not have that TRP that we had.
Sure.
So to touch something like that is, and fortunately for Kyunki, Ekta had chosen actors. She had chosen actors. Then they become stars. Abhina stars ke piche jaate hain, which is, they might not be right for that particular role, aisa hota hai. So now what is happening is go for actors and your show will become something, And I have too many shows like that where actors are, cast. One was, of course, Ek Mahal Ho Sapnon Ka, where all Gujarati, because it was a bilingual, so all from Gujarati theatre, all actors. You can put the, whole story on another's shoulders, and that character will carry the show. In the same way, Kyunki had actors. In the same way, Sajan Re Jhoot Mat Bolo, the comedy that I did, had actors. So, I've shown something is. So, when actors are cast, there is no problem at all,
Right. Okay. Apara, on the same line, this is the last thing I wanted to ask, that, if the show has ever been recreated, as you said, and, with the old cast, it would be great. But, since we all know that Smriti ma'am is now all into politics, do you think right now any actress has a potential to become the Tulsi if ever the show has been recreated?
You know how me and Smriti met for the first time? I was doing Ek Mahal Ho Sapnon Ka. I was doing very well. Paro's character was number 1 and everything. And I was called for a meeting at a production house. Not Balaji, another production house. And when I reached the office, I had to go back for my shoot. So when I reached the office, I saw youngsters sitting there, and I just walked in because immediately I was called in. So for the meeting. So it was going to be a half a shot in India and half shot in US kind of a serial at that point of time. So when I walked past, I saw a very young, nice looking girl sitting there, with a book in her hand with specs and everything. So when I finished my meeting, and when I was getting out, so she just got up and she says, you are the actor from Ek Mahal Ho Sapnon Ka, right? I said, yeah. So she said, I'm also being offered a daily serial. So should I do it or not? So I said, I said, you must do a daily. It gives you a lot of popularity. There was no money in TV at that point of time. Bilkul paisa nahi tha. zero money, ऐसे देखा जाए तो. So I said there is no money as such, but you will get a lot of popularity. So you must do a daily. So this is what I told her, and I went away. And then when I reached home, I told everybody at home, I said, today I saw a very nice girl, a lot of character on her face, and she was very nice looking and all. She was tall, thin, etc. To cut to few days, and she's sitting on a patre ki bag on the set of Kyunki, and she's telling me, when I reached, she's got down and she says, recognize me? I'm the one who met you there. So she's telling me, I'm going to play your Bahu. I said, you are going to play Tulsi. So that was the show that was offered to her at that point of time, Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi. So yes, that is how I met Smriti. And since then, Ketki ho, ya main hu, ya Muni Jha ho, all from theatre, Shakti Ji from Hindi theatre, all were actors. You cannot deny that fact. Casting was done on a very different level those days.
Right.
And even now, जो लोग ऐसा करते हैं ना, वो हमेशा चलता है.
जी.
If you cast actors, if you good looks कोई cast करना है तो फिर ये followers को cast करना कितने हैं वो तो, then it's a problem. So in Kyunki, I really cannot think of anybody but Smriti, anybody but Ba, but me, Komalika, even when we brought the first time it was done in the history of Indian television, whether this 20-year leap, and who will become the younger Tulsi.
Okay.
जो हमारा first आया, उसके बाद भी हम लोग ही काम कर रहे थे. When Shilpa and Riva and everybody came, Shilpa Saklani, Riva Babbar and all came. That time only हम लोग ही काम कर रहे थे. So it is very difficult to find actors who are so much loved, because I'm doing this cameo and Rishta Kya Kehlata. What I realized over the years, that people like that particular character and that particular actor only. The popularity works that way. So usko aap दूसरे में डालो ना, तो people do not accept it very easily. They hate it, in fact. आज दिलीप को आप जेठालाल ही सोच सकते हो. You cannot think of anybody else playing जेठालाल instead of Dilip, So that is a fact. You cannot actors को आप नहीं ऐसे एकदम recreate करने के लिए cast करते हो. I don't know, who do you want? Can you think of anybody?
Actually, no, because it has been such an iconic character.
Yeah, and what happens that time, Ekta was looking for leads who were not the quintessential good-looking females or anything, but with a lot of character on the face and a girl next door yet.
Right.
So that combination beat Sakshi और प्रेरणा के रोल में she needed somebody who was so beautiful, and that's why Shweta.
Right.
So if you look at all the shows, they've had a lot of thought behind it. Or even for characters में Sudha Chandran, as in Ramola के character में, या फिर मेरे character में Savita. So she wanted certain kind of faces. She wanted certain kind of actors playing those things. So there was a lot of thought that one would think that whether she must have all this or not. But yes, she had.
Right.
So I can't think of anybody.
Okay. And Apara,
maybe I'm a little possessive also about you.
Yeah, of course you will. Okay. Apara, last question would be, you have such a beautiful journey. You played a lot of characters. You still are exploring, which is a very great thing. If you want to sum up your journey in a line or two, or anything which you want to say to the aspiring actors, because this industry is very difficult, first of all, to survive and then to, achieve your respective goals. What is you want to say from your own experience and from your own journey?
See, I'll tell you, I will not be able to take my own example at all and not give it to anybody else, for the simple reason that my whole character my whole journey as an actor has just happened. This was not planned at all. Acting was nowhere on the agenda. So I do not take it. But over the years, I've seen newcomers working in front of me. And, I will say that, first of all, it's a very tough line. You should give 2 years of your life to this line of any kind of acting, be it films, TV, or OTT, You have to give 2 years. 2 साल में अगर आपका कुछ नहीं हुआ, then you should have a plan B in your life. All the youngsters, I tell them, have a plan B in your life. Please don't think that मेरा या और एक serial मिलने से भी आपका कुछ नहीं होने वाला. You know, you have to sustain something. Many times, you know, in Gujarat, I was being interviewed once, and you know, they said, "You are the Sachin Tendulkar of TV serial." I said, "No, I am the Rahul Dravid. Consistent, always playing. You know, always will hit a century. Always, matlab, shanti se he will keep on playing." So to become that, you need to be sustainable. You have to keep on sustaining your career. Right. So that way, it is very, very difficult. And secondly, I will say that destiny that is required in this line. And that's why I consider this line to be very difficult, because where destiny is the first thing and talent comes very lower down, and your hard work to compulsory hai. Be it, you know, hard work is unbelievable hard work, where you have to forget your life. तो ये करना इतना आसान नहीं है. And I don't take my own example because my whole career just happened. You know, things just kept on happening in my life. So mine is an exception. It cannot be the rule. So being there since, being there since Doordarshan, Mumbai, when I was out of 10th standard to now, you know, being in front of the camera, that cannot happen normally. You know, it just happened. This was my destiny. That's why it happened. But youngsters ko main yahi kahungi कि have a plan B in your life. This is a line which is very, very insecure, where there is no provident fund, no gratuity, no pension coming at the end of your journey. And you have to be very cautious with what kind of lifestyle you lead. See, I will also say that I'm a person from Mumbai only born in Bhavnagar, brought up in Mumbai. So I'm a person from Mumbai. तो मुझे पहला घर, पहली गाड़ी ये सब नहीं लेना था. It was already, I was settled in life. So ये सब करते करते, when you have to survive in a city like Mumbai, and you are from project to project, you are serial to serial. आजकल कोई भी serial 3 में बंद हो सकती है. So think about all those things and whether you will be able to survive that way or not. So passion, हमको बहुत passion है, बहुत लोग कहते हैं, लेकिन when you have to pay the rent next month and when you have to eat food every day and you have to travel by rickshaws and autos and taxis to reach your auditions, it is not a very easy life. People think that there is glamour, there is zero glamour. For us, there is zero glamour. It is a very tough life.
Okay, it was a great piece. I would say it was a reality check. What you have just said, it's actually a reality check, you know, that this is this industry. And Apara, jate, I just wanted to ask you one thing. You have done such lovely characters, strong characters. If you can just pick one character which is very close to your heart and which you think as an actor you're really proud of that character, what would be that?
There was this comedy serial called Sajan Re Jhoot Mat Bolo.
Okay.
And in that I was playing Damini Devi Diwan. I think, see, throughout the years of Kyunki, in all the interviews, I kept on saying, I'm the best at comedy, and nobody believed me, you know. Yeah. And me and Jatin Panakia, who unfortunately is no more, but Dilip Joshi and me and all, we have done some of the best comedy plays on Gujarati theatre. So I kept on saying, I'm the best at comedy, nobody believed me. So when I got this chance of doing the comedy, I got to do this. And it was a role just made for me, you know, just completely, it was like for me only. And I did it so well. And I think, see, I'm a very fun person. I'm full of life, full of fun. I'm very funny. I have a great sense of humor. I'm a very easygoing person. So all those, every time people say, aapse bada dar lagta hai, you know, because they think of Savita all the time. Yeah. So when they come to know me, they realize that, okay, I'm a very fun-loving, very cool. They say, aap to very cool ho, you know. So yeah, that happens to me. So yeah, I can call myself closest. But I'll tell you what happened in Kshadyantra. I'm politically a very aware person. And I understand our country's politics a lot. When I was asked to play this character of Panna Patel, I realized one thing, that what power can do to you. What power can. And power can become addictive and you do not even know that you are addicted to it. At the same time, there were layers in that character because Panna Patel was very good for the state. She had done a lot of work for her people. But to stay there, to stay on top there, she could go to any length. So what I realized was that to do a multi-layered character like that, it was very nice. So yes, that was sort of challenging. And the other English web series which I did was very challenging, about which I really can't talk. I can only say one thing, that I had to clean my slate, unlearn everything that I'd learned over the years, and learn new way of acting. So that was very challenging for me. I'm naturally a very expressive person, and to tone down, I had a very tough time. Language-wise, I do not have problem with any languages because I speak all the languages very well. The other great thing that I'm doing just now, which is completely soul satisfying for me, is I'm reading a book for storytelling, which is an audio book. Okay. So it's a Swedish company called Audio Storytel, and they take the best of best actors from theater and everything for each and every language. So Dilip Prabhavkar has read the series of Chiman Rao. Atul Kulkarni has read R.K. Lakshman. Konkana has read some of the best Bengali books. Then Anupam Kher has. So when I was watching the ads on YouTube, I said, "Mujhe aisa kaam kab milega yaar? Mujhe to aisa kaam karna hai." And then when they started their first Gujarati, they approached me, and I was like dancing away. And believe you me, it is the most soul satisfying work that I've got at this point of time. Right, so every day I go to record for my book, and it is a great feeling.
Right. And Apara ma'am, thank you so much for the lovely interview. And thank you so much that, even after so much work, you are still so passionate and you are still so raw when it comes to, approaching a certain character. So thank you so much for the lovely interview. And
you have no idea how... You have no idea how I got scared when I did different things in post last year's lockdown. Okay. I had to do all different things, different work I did, great work. And yet, it really shook me up as an actor from inside, in the sense that, oh my God, this is something totally new. I have not done this. So I sat down to study like a student, once again. Ki, Achha, aisa bhi acting karna hota, So yes, it is passionate, matlab hil bhi jate ho aap, aisa nahi hai ki sab kuch aata hai,
Ji. Yeah. Okay. So, and it's great to hear that. And on this note, Apara, anything which you want to say to your fans or, related to Kshadyantra, anything which you want to say?
See, I would like to just say that very rarely political thrillers happen, So when a political thriller is happening, and now I believe it has English subtitles also. And we are going to, I think, dub it in Hindi also, because the viewership has been great and it has been very well received. So I think that a web series in Gujarati, it's also very fresh looking, because the locals are totally raw and new and fresh. So it's a very fresh looking show. And I had a great time doing it. So all those who know Rohini Ben, who is such a fantastic... I always talk about Rohini Ben that way, that somebody who at a very young age played Kasturba to somebody who can be in Chalbaz also is such a fine actor. So Vandana, who is such a fine actor, like she is playing a South Indian. So she has spoken English also in South Indian accent, Gujarati also in South Indian, Hindi also in South Indian. I mean, that is very difficult, to do that. And Shrenu and Vishal and Dilip and Deepak Bhai, of course, and Anurag and Firoz Bhai, and everybody has been so nice in the show. So good acting. You will get to see very good acting also.
Right. So thank you so much on this one, Apara ma'am. And I really, really hope that Kshadyantra or be your any upcoming project, it does reach a lot of success. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
I'm Rizqal Aluwalia and you're watching GlitzVision.
Hi, this is Avinash Rekhi and you're watching GlitzVision USA.